Hey guys, it's postboxpat and welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be talking about the new weapon coming into Fortnite and also showing you guys some early gameplay from Save the World, which is exactly the same weapon from what the picture shows of the new minigun slash death machine slash light machine gun, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a massive death machine gun auto gun type thing. So basically, if you don't know already, Fortnite have confirmed that we're going to be getting the new minigun being added into the game, and the way they confirm stuff is obviously they confirm it on Twitter and they confirm it on their news page when you load up Battle Royale, and it's right there, which I'll have on screen in a moment for you guys. But that is absolutely amazing news, and we can get really excited about this, and I think it's going to be an awesome weapon depending on how it works. So here's the screen where it says here, new weapon coming soon, big damage and even bigger magazine. So as you can see, it looks like a minigun slash death machine slash whatever you want to, I don't know exactly what the exact word for this is, Gatling gun, whatever you want to call it. It's like a sentry gun or whatever you want to use from all the different video games that I've played in the past. There's a bunch of different names that have been used for this type of weapon. Also could be classed as a massive heavy machine gun, light machine gun, I don't know exactly. I personally am going to class it as either as the death machine or the minigun, but we don't have an official name for it right now. But I do have some gameplay of this for you guys from Save the World, so I'm going to show you guys that right now. As you can see on screen here, I've got some amazing gameplay of this from Save the World. Here's the gameplay, and boom, you can absolutely spray down zombies with this, and the magazine is only for a short amount of time. Now, how is this gun going to work? So obviously you can see that on Save the World, it's only a short period of time you can use it for. I think it's about 5 or 6 seconds, I don't know exactly, but how's it going to work on Battle Royale? Now, that's a question which I've been thinking to myself for quite a long time, to be honest. As soon as it got announced yesterday, I was thinking about this for a while. Now, this gun could be simply used like an LMG or like for example, the LMGs in Save the World are basically a light machine gun, and you can move around with it very quickly. However, it depends how overpowered this gun is. For example, you could see then my movement speed was decreased greatly, so I actually possibly couldn't really move that much. And for example, if someone else was shooting at me, I would probably take so much damage that I'd probably not be able to dodge the bullets and possibly die if it was Battle Royale. But obviously this is Save the World, so things are slightly different over here on this side of Fortnite. But it is pretty cool to see this being added into the game and kind of questioning exactly how it works. And obviously we'll find out more details closer to the time. Possibly it could come out this week, and it'll possibly come out next week, we don't exactly know. Obviously the updates have been dropping on Thursday now rather than Tuesday due to the delay they had, so we're getting Thursday updates now, which is pretty awesome. I do like having it on a Thursday because it's a lot easier to cover sometimes. Sometimes we used to get them on Tuesdays. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with the update date, but hopefully it'll consistently stay on Thursday for now, because Thursday seems a good day for myself. But let's talk a little bit more about this, the minigun death machine, whatever you want to call it. I keep stuttering because I don't know exactly what it's called. I'm like, but let's talk a little bit about it and kind of get the idea how I think it's going to work in the game. So personally, I think the death machine slash minigun is going to be a pickup item like the bush, and it's going to be an item which you can activate, and then when it runs out, you lose it from your inventory. That's how I think will work best for this item, because it's going to be a very powerful item. You're going to be able to mow down structures very quickly and deal a high amount of damage in a short period of time, but it's all about timing. I think it's going to be like the bush. Once you consume it, you have it. It's an ability. It activates for about, say 5-6 seconds, maybe a bit longer on Battle Royale, and you can mow down as many people as possible in that short period of time. That is one method that would work pretty well for it, and it would take up an inventory slot. Obviously, we're getting a lot of weapons into the game now, and this brings to the idea of the backpack, which I have a video on already about the backpack potentially coming in the future, and it's something that we kind of need if they're going to keep adding in all these things, and depends on how this works. Also, we could potentially see this being used as a more of a light machine gun type technique, whereas you find maybe maybe it shoots heavy bullets, so it could shoot heavy bullets, which are the sniper bullets, which means to get loads of heavy bullets it could take a while, and as you stack up your heavy bullets throughout the game, this gun obviously could become stronger. Say for example, if you end up getting 100 heavy bullets, you could mow down 100 bullets. So that's another way this gun could be added into the game, and maybe even the movement speed could be, just for example, see how I'm switching between weapons right now? We can see how the movement speed is completely changing, and obviously that could be the case when you're carrying that, and when you switch out of it, you move faster again. So that would make a really good kind of aspect to it, and I think something like that would definitely play well in Fortnite Battle Royale. But talking of like Fortnite Battle Royale, we can see that Save the World has tons of weapons in, which potentially could come into Fortnite Battle Royale in the future. Now, with Fortnite Battle Royale adding weapons in almost at least twice a month, this is kind of a downside to the game itself, because the meta is consistently changing. Your inventory isn't getting bigger, and you're kind of on a limit on how many items you can carry. Now, obviously, like I said before, this brings the idea of the backpack, maybe even having a temporary backpack that you can pick up as an item where it increases your inventory, or maybe they're not even in your inventory, they just go into your backpack inventory, so you can view that, but you can't get them in your inventory slots. So you can still get the items, but you have to go on a different screen to drag them in there. I think that would be very useful. Maybe one that you could carry only an extra 2 or 3 items. That's all you really need if they keep consistently adding in these items to the game. So personally, I think it's down to Epic Games with this one. I don't think it's going to be as easy as you think to sort out. I definitely think the more they keep adding, the harder it's going to be as a game in general, just because obviously every time they add an item, the chance of getting the older item is decreased, so it's going to be a harder chance at getting the item, if you get where I'm coming from there. Hopefully I said that correctly. Basically, the more items that are added, there's a less percentage chance of getting the items. So for example, if it's a 25% chance and they add another item, it could drop to 20% chance of getting that item. So that's the idea I'm coming at there. With the more items they add, the less chance you've got of getting what you want. So that potentially will be happening with every item they add, and that's why I think backpacks could be very useful. Obviously, they're adding a lot more loot spots and stuff, and there's the giant new map, should I say, that's been added in, or the new area, whatever you want to call it, new area, new map. It's up to you what you want to call it. A bunch of different people are calling it different things. I like to call it a new map because technically it's changed the entire west side of the map, so technically it is a new map. It's like half map change, so it's pretty cool, and I do think something like this will change the aspect of Fortnite Battle Royale being the way it currently is in the game. We obviously have a bunch of different changes being added in this update as well, which I don't know about yet, but we could see potentially, hopefully, a classic type game mode come into the future. Something where you can use classic stuff would be really awesome. When I say classic, it just means it takes out all of the stuff in Fortnite that has been added and keeps back to the basics of Battle Royale, back to where Summer was. Now in Summer, I played Battle Royale and it had basic guns, for example, the RPG, grenade launcher, M16, free burst, Scar. It could even remove the grenade launcher and just keep the RPG and keep the classic weapons, and maybe just take out grenades, take out mini potions, take out bandages or medkit. I think one of them got added in. I think it was the medkit that got added in to take out bandages, take out medkit, bandages and potion only. Just things like that, just making the game very simple. Take out suppressed pistol, take out all these versions of the sniper, just keep the bolt. All these things that are being added into the game over time could definitely make the game a little bit more interesting, a little bit more basic, as maybe just a temporary game mode for people to play on. I think the idea of Fortnite itself is getting very enjoyable, and it's got so much hype on it, and it is one of the best games currently on console edition and PC, with player count and everything. It's just an absolute amazing game, and all around one of the best games out there. Currently in 2018 and probably 2017 as well, when I played it back in summer. Now, I've had Fortnite since August, and I've been playing Battle Royale since August. I don't play it every day. I play it when I get time to play it, when I can get on it and get a few games in. And I think this new minigun is really going to change the style of play completely. With the minigun probably being high DPS, you're going to be able to mow down structures very quickly and break through a lot of things which most weapons don't really do, apart from the explosive weapons. And I think that is something that's going to change the meta completely. Depending on how it works, like I said about the heavy ammo and stuff, I can't see all of this being changed in the future. I definitely think we're going to have to see exactly how it's going to be. Which ammo is it going to fire? Is it going to be just temporary use, like the bush, like one consumable type of item? Or is it going to fire heavy bullets? Who knows exactly what it's going to fire? We don't actually know 100% what could happen within this, so we'll have to see. I am really looking forward to it. I'm buzzing for it, so hopefully if Epic Games get this right, this weapon is going to be probably one of the best weapons currently in Fortnite Battle Royale. Tell me down below what you think and how they're going to program it into the game. Do you think they're going to make it a little bit difficult to use? Do you think they're going to make it very easy to consume? Or however you think it's going to work? Do you think it's going to be just like the LMG that I'm firing right now? This is what an LMG is like. You've got really fast fire rate. You can move around very quickly with it. Or do you think it's going to be like the exact ability on this character? I personally think it's going to be like the ability on this character and the consumable. If it fires heavy bullets, that would be very interesting as well. Maybe you could even select what bullets it fired, but maybe that's a little bit too complicated for Battle Royale. You've got to remember, Battle Royale is a very simple game, and that's why it's been very successful in the community. It's very easy to understand. Everything about it is very, very simple, and it's not really been done before in this way. Yes, there are a bunch of Battle Royale type games out there, but the way Fortnite has taken the approach to it is a very simple, very basic, for near enough every age group who plays it. From, I think the game is age 12 and above. Anyone 12 and above who plays it from their age range, their target audience, will be able to understand this game very easily. And even younger, you could probably understand this game very quickly. Many of you watching this video may be below the age of 12, maybe, I don't know exactly how old you all are, but this game is very easy to understand, and you can probably understand that from yourself your own point of view. I know that from my point of view. I have a bunch of cousins and stuff, and they play Fortnite, and they're in their young ages, and they really enjoy it as well. Everyone I've spoke to who has younger siblings who've played Fortnite, they enjoy it, and even if they don't win, it's a simple game, and it's something that everybody can understand how to play. It's probably one of the best games out there currently, and it's just something I'd like to say in that sense. So tell me down below what you think it's going to be like, the new minigun in the game. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.